Hello, it's Philip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers, and I'm looking this morning at a book from Hart Publishing. It's by General Editor Peter Oliver, and it's actually got his name, Oliver, on Free Movement of Goods in the European Union, now in a 5th edition, with a series of contributors there listed. The book is very much as to what we would expect from Hart. You've got a lot of detail, the contents there, then you go straight into the cases. A lot of European Union legislation is also covered. Then you get into the work itself, and you can see here the way in which the book is structured, with paragraph numbers at the sides and then lots of detailed footnotes. Then right at the back you've got an excellent detailed long index, which I think is extremely helpful. And then there are some annexes at the back as well. It's a heavy book for just over 500 pages, and a nice sort of natty green cover. There's a Flickr review, as I've said. Now, my wife Elizabeth and I have said the following about this. We've given it the title, Classic Work of Reference on European Law, now completely up to date for the 5th edition. As I say, there are a lot of contributors to the work, and you can see their names there. I'm not going to go through them in detail, but they all have added a huge amount of additional information. What we say is that, be you a practitioner or academic, if you are involved in either teaching or advising clients on European Union law, you need Peter Oliver's classic work, which since the 1st edition was published has come to be regarded as one of the leading works of reference in this field. There are 15 chapters, I say just over 500 pages, and you'll find answers to virtually any questions you may have about, in the author's words, the foundations of free movement of goods in the European Union. Very important basic aim of the EU. The book focuses on case law rather than legislation, and Oliver, who single-handedly wrote the first 3 editions, is now ably assisted by a team of no less than 6 expert contributors from around the EU, although overall editorial control remains with Oliver. Since the previous edition was published in 2003, a number of important changes have occurred in the European sphere, most notably the Treaty of Lisbon, which came into force on the 1st of December 2009, when the EC merged into the EU. So this 5th edition contains a considerable amount of new material. As I say, it is very useful from the case law point of view. As pointed out in the preface, over 100 judgments have been delivered on Article 34 alone. So you've got some idea. And as for the new cases, the author identifies the most important ones as C110/05, a Commission versus Italy, and C142/05 which is on trailers. Mickelson also as well, dealing with jet skis, each of which relates to restrictions imposed on the use of goods, which of course, if you think of it, is one aspect which seems to go against the basic concepts of free movement. So you do have to be careful when you're juggling this area of competition law. This is a careful and thorough work of reference, as I say, of just over 500 pages, lucidly structured for ease of use, with tables of cases, the treaties, conventions and so forth, plus the legislation from Europe, and a list of national regulatory and legislative acts, which I think is very helpful. There's also the detailed index which I showed you, and 3 annexes which are of great value. They include extracts from leading judgments, and there's a selected bibliography for further detailed research. So, carrying the weight of authority and the towering reputation as the definitive work of reference in this subject of competition law, it's the latest edition of the book, of the work, and we think it will help provide you and your clients with the most up-to-date advice and informed representation in this complex area. It's very much of the higher content level which we expect, of course, of Hart Publishing. Laws addressed as at the 31st of January 2010, and it remains for us a classic work of reference for European Union law today. So thank you to Peter Oliver and his team, and of course to Hart Publishing. Bye bye.